After exiting Lord J's place, he's now standing beside Lord J's place and now needs to find a way out of the wilderness. Hey guys, name's Fen, playing some Abysses. We're in the wilderness. Read your notes first. You need to keep up your standard of living, get at least 500 find a way to Dayport and call at the attorney's house. The attorney's house. Exchange the smuggled cigarettes for the real ones. That's right. That's what I had to do. Almost completely darn forgot. And there's a sword that I just stuck there for some... What? Why would I do that? After my excursion into Lord J's, I find myself standing here in the wilderness, stranded. I just want to get to Dayport to exchange these damned cigarettes, because I found no one else to do this dirty job for me. But what has happened? For hours I've wandered around, afflicted by terrible hallucinations. I even saw a huge balloon floating in the sky. All of this reminds me of that strange woman the other day. What was her name? Lady Haker? In a rage, I tried to smash in Lord J's back door, which got me a broken blackjack for my trouble. Then I tried using my sword. I drove it so far into the wood that I can't get it back out. I was totally out of control. Did someone drug me? Perhaps I can find some herb here in the wilderness, which will help me to clean out my system. I was gonna say, Garrett, you been smoking any of those smokes? Find a medicinal plant to cure yourself of this hopefully temporary madness. No blackjack? Go ahead and find something else I can use. Oh, and better check out what's floating up in the sky. Tingle. I'm not gonna check him out. Less said about him, the better. Tingle, tingle, kululinpa. Or, as the Japanese would say, kururinpa, I think, which is an actual Japanese term and should not in any circumstance be literally translated to English because... You know, the trend nowadays is like, oh, we want literal Japanese translations so they'll be accurate. But the problem is, accuracy doesn't sound good across cultures. And what sounds fine in Japanese sounds ridiculous in English. So, this has nothing to do with the game. But that's okay. It's pretty much my catchphrase. Also, lots of gold just hidden in the middle of plants. That seems to be Christine's catchphrase. Maybe I didn't know you could put these out. If that's the case, well... Oh, a mushroom, huh? Well, hey, just testing, wasn't I? Probably should have read this first. Lotti, here's Speedy, my race barrack, who I place at your disposal. He's been behaving oddly lately. Have you fed him those mushrooms? There was a rockfall in the pass to Dayport not long ago, and the way is partially blocked. I hope Speedy can deal with it. Love, Davidson. So I guess maybe Davidson didn't touch her and just took her corset off because he feels ladies shouldn't be constricted or something. I'm not 100% sure. Is that a squirrel? Squirrel! I guess it is. Field test with genetically modified soybeans. Just blatantly that there. Trespassing strictly forbidden. Signed, Friend Agricola, Mechanist. Because genetic modification is definitely within the realm of anything technological here in any way. I mean, it's... Well, whatever. I don't know. I thought it was some sort of precision science. Yeah, see, there's a sort of quadruped that's popping around, but unfortunately it's popping around and probably can't be used as an actual intelligent thing. It's just a dumb rat. Squirrels, the rats of the ground. Still can't put on them shoes to avoid tapping. Garrett, you are indeed mad. Oh, it's a broomstick. Hey. Maybe this is the mission that I was remembering, but wasn't it Dracula or something where you got a broomstick? Or did you get a boomstick? No, of course not. Don't be an idiot, Fen. Why do I have to get stuck guarding these stupid soybeans? Who the hell from? Nobody comes by here. It's so boring here. Why? Since the pass to Dayport has been blocked, even my food can't be delivered. What am I supposed to do? Die of hunger? A little bit below me, I think I see a barrack, unless I'm mistaken. Are barracks edible? Farther down, it looks very strange. Green monsters are running around there, spitting flies. Are they mutated fly fishermen or something? Hungry, so hungry. I tried the beans. It is forbidden, but who cares? I feel so strange. When I went to freshen up in the water nearby, I saw my own reflection for a moment. I looked like a scarecrow, and bit by bit I'm also beginning to feel like I'm scared of crows. Also, 1. Okay. Not even gonna check. Cause lol. So beans, eh? Maybe if I eat some beans, I can turn into a scarecrow. Yeah, I love the squirrels. They even sound like rats, but hey, like I say, squirrels, rats of the ground. I guess I'm just, nobody laughed yet, so I'm thinking if I say the joke twice, maybe somebody's going to start laughing, because I'm addicted to making people laugh, which apparently is what facetious... Oh, that's him. Originally meant it was an insult, like, oh, you're trying too hard to make people laugh, but nowadays it just means sarcastic or something. Interesting. Well, I thought it was interesting. Almost as interesting as driving a sports car right up somebody's nostril. Oh, you're a tree beast, are you? You've got a crow on your shoulder, so you're not doing a very good job at your job there. Whoa. Whoa. Okay. It's the little touches that bring the fear. Alright. Not sure if I should go here or not, but hey, I'm not one to follow rules. Are you an evil bitey fish? Also, oh, you know what? Oh, I'm getting a horrible feeling because there was one Christine mission. You know how every time I'm going to these water tunnels, when the passages branch, I call them Christine tunnels? Well, here's why. I think it's this mission where you can go around in a loop forever, and there's one other path you gotta take, but for some reason you just never take it because of that weird human psychology thing. 'Cause of human psychology, that's why you don't take a path. And just watch, I will have taken the right one immediately or something, but no, it's that there's branching paths and you always kind of end up taking the same one because you think it's different. I don't know. Well, we'll see if that becomes a problem when it becomes a problem, okay? Alrighty. But now, I see, yeah, I love the mystery. It's like, just in the forest and I just gotta explore. There's no, like, goal or anything. Just, this is somebody's house. I don't know. Just taking it as it comes. Oh, yeah. Not even reading that note, it's just paper. Is it vinyl adhesive backed? No. Well, then I have no use for it. I must make a list of all the valuables I've hidden away from my beloved husband, Lord J, over the course of the last few months. When things started to fall apart, I decided to set aside a little something for a rainy day, just in case Lord J and his business ever went off course again. Who knows how long all will continue to go well. Perhaps J will send me packing someday. Then I would find myself out on the street with nothing. At least with his nest egg, I would be able to afford a small apartment in Dayport. That's right, Davidson's dead. It'd be funny if I was just going back into the house again, but... Or am I? That'd be trippy, but... Wait, I am! This is... What? Or at least, it's laid out exactly like it. I remember this shelf. Oh, shoot, can I really? No, okay. That's cool, though. Get to go back in through the back way. That's awesome. And is this... Oh. Diary of Lady Lotti. Garrett browses impatiently through the pages he's already read in Coterie of Smokers until he finally reaches a page with a new entry. Davidson is dead! He wanted to visit me today, even though the house was full of people and guards. Captain Rambot killed my lover without remorse. That's not new. I could see Davidson's health points dwindling away, etc., etc., etc. But he was beyond help. Well, now I urgently need some mushroom soup. Okay, this morning I had the worst headache of all time. It had never been this bad before. For hours I tried to lift my head while I was lying in my bed, but I always became too dizzy. Finally, I managed to trudge into the bathroom to refresh myself. A little water on the face sometimes works wonders, and suddenly I remembered everything. Davidson's death, my trip afterwards with the mushrooms. Then I also remembered a small black shadow. It must have been a thief. How unbelievably strong he was, and yet still nimble and quiet as well. He carried a huge sack on his back. Ha, I doubt that either Jay or Davidson could do this with their measly strength. Thieves are said to be even better lovers than pirates or chain smokers. Okay, I love this. Oh, speaking of chain smokers, I wonder if Jay is still alive. I don't have the courage to enter his room. The last time I saw him, he was spitting blood everywhere on the carpet in his rooms. After the shadow event, I walked downstairs to the kitchen. I couldn't believe my eyes. The house had been robbed and was in disarray. And all of our guests, the guards, and the servants were missing. When I stepped outside the front door, Administrator Talpa approached me and told me that a certain Sheriff Truart was en route to our estate to arrest Jay and myself for tax fraud, treason, and more. My head started swimming. I went back to my room and decided to vanish into thin air, in fact, via the secret passage in my bathroom. Of course, I also wanted to take my nest egg with me. This was exactly the sort of situation I had in mind when I hid it. So I packed my things and went to push the secret switch in the bathroom, but couldn't find it anymore. After quite a while, I eventually found it, but it was broken. Just now, at this moment, I can hear the yelling of strange guards in our house. It must be Truart's men. I'd better hide with my barracks. Hopefully no one will find me there. Oh. So it's just like a little optional thing? Yeah. Okay, unless, of course, there's some secret thing here that is super important, like an herb. I'd somehow be doubting. Yeah. But didn't I steal her nest egg or whatever? I don't know. I like eggs. Yeah. So it was broken, but somehow she managed to escape still? I guess she went the other way? I don't know. Conveniences, but... Sure, so, okay, so that part of the river. So now we get to see if the river is really as hellish as I recall, or if this is indeed the mission I'm even thinking of. Probably is, though, given the facts presented thus far. Right. So you can all yell at me if I keep taking a different direction. You know, it's like if you see left and right and you always take right because you second guess yourself, like you go, oh no, I must have gone left before, but you never actually did, you know, that kind of thing that happens, that's weird, you know. Or maybe it's just that I don't know stuff, like I think I came from there, so here's hoping something happens. Thunderstorm, a hurricane, a brand new Acura MDX. I said MDX last time. Who would ever buy an MDX? Jesus. Who would ever do that? I meant RSX. Thank you. I said thank you. So, yeah. I guess I haven't come across any confusion yet. So either this is not the mission I'm thinking of, or I'm just like super smart good. Are you evil bats that bite me, or are you just batty bats that bat? I guess you're just batty bats that bat. Fair enough. Hey, this is cool. Yeah, see, I don't specifically remember anything from Abysses or Bloody Ruins. Like, I mean, I'm sure I'm going to remember when I see it, but... well... but it's cool, because I'm just like, what's coming? The pinkness, the purpleness. Oh, boy. I don't really... well, I could try to blackjack them, but feasibly speaking, it's probably not really happening. Whoa. Get away from my note, man! I'm home free! I found the treasures of the Rat King and got out unseen. Now I only need to find the exit from this damn underground labyrinth. For the time being, I found a good hiding place for my loot. Oh my, what kind of place is this? There's spiders. I hate spiders. Yeah. Okay. So, there's a Rat King and whatever. Fine enough. Well, once again, this is not really seeming to be progress. It's just another side passage. Pretty cool looking one, though, despite this low-res ass webby web material over here. Well, carrying on then. Hey, you guys know I can't talk underwater. It's underwater. My vocal cords are full of water. It's water. What are you thinking? Return of Fenin. Okay. Maybe I'm wrong. Well, I don't know. Forewarned is forearmed. Four-legged is foremuscled. Yes. What? You didn't have a breath. Where's the... No. Damn, see, all of a sudden there's a billion passages. Yes, this is the thing I didn't like, because it's bloody impossible to remember where you've been and where you haven't. Let's just go in the tiny hole. Sound good? Sounds prudent. Ooh. It's pretty. I'm gonna stick this flower on my head and become Daisy Head Maisie. The best posthumous work ever to come out of Detroit. 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 It's obviously supposed to be Detroit. I'm sure. Detroit, actually French, so, you know, Citroën is actually completely rust-proof. Oh. So I guess I'm back here. Either this is the start or it's just another place with some drummy drums. Hello there. Oh, I am not looking forward to having to navigate around in that river. Go away! I love the leverage one can get with this Marketroid stick over here. Very, very good. Stocks, bonds, diversification, nest egg baskets. Put them all in one. I'm pretty sure that's the advice of the future. Doesn't mean it's good or bad. I'm just saying it's of the future, which isn't really saying anything, so... Eh? Oh.
Hey, come here. I've seen thickies who makes us bloody. Man flesh. I caught them down below. Locks me them in the hole.
Where's they? Gonna munch at them. Going to make they bloody too. Opens up quickly.
Can't see reckon where thingsy to opens up.
Stupid. Make thingsy knows.
It's Treasy. It's Dempsey? No. But which Dempsey? Maybe in cave with redsies? Oh, don't knows. Can't
see records, see? Now we have to make look see everywhere.
So there's a stump. I didn't catch what they were saying. Vixie? What? I don't know what they're talking about. Bananas. They're ape beasts, so of course they eat bananas. Not man flesh at all. Perhaps banan flesh. Maybe that's what they are trying to say. Wow, some high tech. Okay, it's mech tech. Mech just came up here and managed to set up shop before they murdered him. I don't... Records of friend Lorenzo. I've finally found the time to observe and study the ape beasts. For this purpose, I've set up the trial area, and it's high, so that I have a nice overview of all events and can see everything the creatures do during the day. Day 1. Well then, first I'll start by observing the behavior patterns of the ape beasts, and then split it into categories such as exploration behavior, ingestion behavior, elimination behavior, etc. One would assume the apelets also eat or defecate, but up to now I haven't been able to watch. Day 2. Aha! These apes have habits. 2 apelets always start a strange conversation as soon as a stranger enters their area. They then walk in particular routes around the huts, and they rarely diverge from their patterns. 2 more apelets stand in the same place the whole day and stare into space. I've still had no luck with observing them eat or excrete. Day 3. Again, a stranger entered the stomping ground of the aplets, and the same conversation as yesterday began. Today I even understood the words. The apes speak in some kind of human speech, or at least they try to copy it. One word I heard was human flesh. After the conversation, 2 walked their routes. 2 stood around. Occasionally, though rarely, the 2 patrolling ones changed their routes and made comments such as, "Gonna get you," or something like that. Sadly, besides this, nothing has happened. Day 4. The same boring crap as yesterday. An intruder entered the area. I wonder why I don't want to call it an area any longer, but rather an airbrush. This must be the Dromed reference I'm remembering. The apes started their boring conversation about some humans they've locked up and that they want to eat them. Well, at least finally a hint about their food. But then the 2 apes started their routes again, as if they were programmed. This is incredible, outright unnatural. I despair. Just now I realize that I am also acting like a puppet. For days I hole up out here without food. For hours I make meticulous notes about completely senseless things. Day 5. Blah, blah, stranger enters airbrush, conversation starts in roombrush, aplets start patrolling, blah, blah. This sucketh! Am I caught in a time warp or what? If I only could eat, smoke, poo, or do something else like normal humans used to do. Maybe I'm a hologram. How could I test this? Notch, the ouch test. I'm simply going to pinch myself hard. Ouch! That was very painful, and even one of my health points is gone. Health points? Oh my God, I'm damaged. Holy great mother of the builder, how many have I left? 11. Does this mean if I pinch myself another 11 times then I'm through? Oh my, I'd better be more careful. Day 6. Today I watched closely the stranger who often appears in the area. It's a thief, I'm quite sure. What would happen if he didn't come? Or what might happen if the apes spotted him and caught him? What can I do to trigger such an event? Perhaps if I try throwing a banana. Oops, I've completely forgotten that they've been lying around here all the time at the stranger tomorrow. Day 7. The banana throw is not my best event. I'm a duffer. I threw the banana at the moment the thief appeared in the airbrush, but it slipped from my fingers and fell onto the head of an ape beast. The next thing that happened completely surprised me. The ape turned to me and shot a dart at me with a blow tube. It took away half of my health points. I was very shocked and hid as carefully as possible. On the other hand, I was kind of happy. Finally, something different happened. The ape yelled that he wanted to fight with me and that I was a sniveling coward. Evil words, but I didn't take it personally. Day 8. In spite of some misgivings, I was planning to try the banana trick again today. But what happened? Nothing. The stranger didn't come today. And what did the apes do? Also nothing. They stood in their places and played possum. Hours later, the strange thief eventually arrived, looking rather battered. I suspect that he got into a load zone of an Xbox video game. Perhaps that is the explanation for his delay. He had my deepest sympathy when I watched him sneaking along, looking wan. Well, then the same thing happened that as every other day. The aplets babbled, started to patrol, etc. I have become convinced that someone else is pulling the strings in this weird game, and we're all being played for suckers. I feel like a remote-controlled toy, but I'm not willing to play along with this game any longer. Not me. Day 9. Someone is definitely trifling with me. I was just going to throw another banana when I noticed that not the thief, but a little rat man had walked into the airbrush. It walked a little way through the area, made noises like a baby UFO, and then went away again. I believe I saw this little rat man stealing a key or something similar. The other amazing thing is that the ape conversation didn't start. The apes all stood stock still the entire day. Does this mean that only the appearance of the thief brings life to this scene, or did something just go wrong? Hey, you puppeteers up there, can you hear me? Is there a broken link or something like that? I just want you to work more carefully. Day 10. Today all was as usual. The thief arrived on schedule. Seemingly, he worked out how to avoid the devilish load zones. Day 11. I'm fed up to the back teeth. When the thief arrived, I once again tried to throw a banana on his head. It didn't work out as usual. Why can't mechanists throw bananas? Why? I just want the answer. Again, the banana landed on the apelet. Crap! I've had it! Here's my chest, you nutty, lousy ape! Well then. Normally I'd be like, but for some reason, because nostalgia or whatever. I'm just like, lol. This is funny and perfectly fine.
Must have been nothing. Nothing there.
Ooh. So I'm looking for a rat man is essentially the gist of it. Fine. Too bad that guy didn't see me actually knocking anybody out here. That would have been possibly more interesting, also more disappointing, because he would have nobody to study. Ooh, yeah. Yeah. So, okay, so the rat man. I mean, it came in through there, I guess. I don't really even know. Don't really even know. I thought I was quoting Homestar under there, but, you know, maybe not. Didn't I see like a purse or something around one of these houses? I guess not. Okay, so what's seriously the deal? Oh, I saw fruit here, not a purse. Good. Is this gonna cure my madness? No. So, what am I doing here then? Is this just like a comedy place and that's it, or what? Oh. Well, there's some stuff here. Sure, okay. Oh. Alright, well, I guess I should probably leave it here, so next time I go pick the absolute drug, and bye for now.